New images of the PlayStation 6 have surfaced online. We're going to go over all of the images in this video here today, so make sure you guys watch until the entire end so you don't miss a single thing. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? MonkeyFlop here, and today we're talking about the PlayStation 6. The images that I'm going to share with you guys have been shared across the internet, and supposedly they're a leak from Sony and PlayStation. This is going to be the next PlayStation 6. Now, I do have to preference that PlayStation hasn't officially announced anything at all. We don't know anything about the PlayStation 6. We don't know when it's going to release. A lot of people are saying that we're probably going to get more information in 2025. PlayStation's currently developing it. I believe that PlayStation is currently developing the PlayStation 6. I do believe some of the leaks that have been out there, but a lot of the images that we see on the internet are fan-made concept art, which honestly look amazing and look stunning. And in this video here today, I wanted to kind of break down the images that we're seeing. Now, a couple of things. We do know that PlayStation 6 is in the works. It's obvious. Microsoft unveiled that with their legal proceedings. We also know that the Switch 2 is rumored to be released in 2024. I wanted to throw that out there too. Now, before we get into that, the PlayStation 5 currently has over 40 million units sold. I own 2 of those. Thank you very much, Sony and PlayStation. Give your boy some credit. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, PlayStation 5 has sold over 40 million units so far. And but the PlayStation 5 is still in its early lifespan. Probably earlier than what we've seen with other consoles, just because of what happened during that time of the console release. So the PlayStation 5 is probably going to last longer than the PlayStation 4 did, if that makes sense. We probably won't hear anything about the PlayStation 6 until maybe 2025, 2026. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it doesn't stop a lot of the fans from sharing a lot of images on Twitter, Instagram, pretty much on all social media platforms. Now, I wanted to break this down for you guys because a lot of people DM me too, and I definitely get it. When I first look at the image, I don't believe it's real, but I could see how a lot of people would believe that this is real. You got the PlayStation logo up here. You got the PS6, font right here. You got the PlayStation logo here. You got the controller. You got what appears to be, a design of a PlayStation 6. But I hate to burst everybody's bubble, but the images are fan made concept art. They're not real. We saw this so much with the PlayStation 4. We saw it with the PlayStation 5. And I'm going to show you guys some things to look out for, because I use Photoshop a lot. I use Photoshop for my thumbnails and stuff. I know Photoshop is a little bit more old school. A lot of people just use apps for their thumbnails, but I feel like Photoshop is, I can customize things a little bit more better to my liking. And, well, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, starting off, what is this right here? This does not go with the rest of the image. And whoever put this PlayStation logo on top of the blue and the white, you forgot to erase the lines up here, buddy. And down here, you forgot to erase those lines. Those are a dead giveaway. Now, as far as the PlayStation font goes, you can literally type in Google PlayStation font, and it'll give you the font. And if you have Photoshop or whatever app you're using, you can install the font for free. So, like, I can literally go and do this in a minute. So this is not convincing for me. The picture, which, by the way, I haven't done anything to these pictures. The way you're seeing it on the screen is the way that it's being shared. The aspect ratio of the picture is not correct at all. It's almost square, if not square, at least on this one. If you look at the shadow does not match up with the controller. and the angle of the controller at all. This shadow was placed there. Um, this image right here was a fan made thing. I don't know if they took like a PlayStation VR headset and kind of tweaked it and added things to it to make it look like a PlayStation 6, but it definitely gives me the vibe of a PlayStation VR, like the original PlayStation VR headset. Definitely gives me that vibe. The light in the front, I don't know what's going on here. Why does this look like a big bird, like a big duck's beak? Is that designed for airflow? Supposedly, you got a big box, air sucking down in, and then through the back. Is that what the idea of that is? You also get some vents at the bottom, but if you look closely, there's white right here, which they forgot to match the rest of the color. That's not like an accent or a shadow. That's just a mess up right there. That you see a mess up right here too, and over here as well. A lot of parts like right here in this corner also has it. But the biggest giveaway is this is a PlayStation 5 controller, and whoever cut this PlayStation 5 controller out of another picture, they didn't do that good of a job. They turned the black into gray, and they erased some of the gray here. Part of the analog stick is missing. A lot of this is, cleared out. You're missing a piece here, and you're missing a piece there. Now let's look at another image. This is the side view of it. Again, very convincing. What some people do is they will find an image that they can fabricate and make look like something completely different, and that's probably what happened here. I wouldn't doubt that somebody just made this out of that, especially with how it looks. The design, what's convincing is it's not just this picture, right? You got this picture, you got this picture, and you got this picture, and they all seem to line up, and they have different angles, and they have different shots. So I could definitely see why some people would think that this is the legit PlayStation 6. But I guarantee you it's not. I guarantee you it's not. Like, what is this bottom piece right here? It's pretty cool that it's raised above so it has better airflow. But what is this bottom piece right here? It kind of looks like one of those suckers that you like push up it onto the windowsill. Like, is my PlayStation 6 gonna be able to like attach to the window itself? Like, those windows sucker plunger things that just like stick to the window. Maybe I'll get better ventilation if I put my PlayStation 6 not next to the window, but on the window. I don't know what these are. Are these like USB ports? Are they touch buttons? And then the back here. Okay, it actually looks a little bit cleaner. Again, the shadow is not cutting it for me at all. It looks horrible. But we also have like a lot of imperfections if you look really closely at the image. But like, is this a HDMI port? Is this a USB port? Is this where the power gets plugged in? What is this right here? um they're just really flat images. It doesn't have any depth to it, which definitely shows you that this is a fan made concept art for a PlayStation 6. And honestly, it looks like they took a PlayStation VR headset and kind of like warped it and changed it into what it looks like here. But I wanted to cover this because I thought it was pretty interesting that a lot of people on the internet are still being fooled by this concept art, this fan made concept art. There's going to be a lot of that on the internet, especially the early days of development with the PlayStation 6. There's definitely going to be a lot of concept art being shared on the internet that most likely is not going to be real. You know, with the PlayStation 5, for the longest time, there's a lot of concept art I remember that was being shared that looked nothing like what the PlayStation 5 currently looks like today. You know, and even with the PlayStation 4, you know, you got the PlayStation 5 right here. I got my PlayStation 4 right here. And even the PlayStation 4 concept art didn't look like you know what it does today. And even the PlayStation 5, a lot of it didn't look real at all. And if it did look real, it didn't match what the final design was. So you know, we could be getting you know, there might be a design that somebody shares on the internet that could have been leaked from Sony and PlayStation. PlayStation has their own concept art too. You know, they're going through different designs and how this is going to look and going to be the most cost effective. Um, it's not just about the looks, it's about the performance. That's why with the PlayStation 6, 5, excuse me, with the PlayStation 5, it's just like a giant tower because they were more concerned about the performance and how is it going to overheat and all that stuff instead of, you know, just cosmetics. Of course cosmetics is important, and I'm pretty sure that Sony and PlayStation has a lot of concept art, and who knows, maybe this was at one point, maybe an intern at PlayStation, you know, had this concept art for PlayStation 6, and you know, maybe this could have been like a legit concept art for PlayStation 6. Not like a finalized thing or anything, but like, you know, a rough draft, if you will. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to believe. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions about these images? Let me know in those comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to hit a like. Comment down below. Comments help out tremendously. You guys don't understand how much comments help out. Even if you're like, what's up, MonkeyFlop? Or comment PlayStation 6 in the comments down below. That would be awesome too. If you're new, please consider subscribing with those bell notifications turned on, and I will see you guys in the next news update. You guys are freaking awesome.